This afternoon, the weather has to play a part in this game, which will feature Mindle Aces taking on Darwin Hearts. A game that features plenty of individual talent. The teams have had hit and miss periods during the season so far where they've had their mojo on and then they've lost it again. I've got John Dean with us. John, what are you expecting from these two teams? They're going to be playing in heat. They're going to be playing in a warm wind. You know, our Fireys have been out battling for the last 4 or 5 days, doing an amazing job out there trying to keep houses and people and dogs and stuff safe. So
absolutely,
it's another one of those days.
Yeah, it is. It's warm. There is a little bit of breeze, but I expect both sides are going to come out at a fairly leisurely pace to start. I can't see anybody attacking this one in the first half. I think they'll be trying to get through the first half, maybe in the first hour, and then trying to lift it to come home.
Right.
And I expect that from both sides. There's a few changes forced due to injury with Mindle. So they've got Prigic out with what looks like a season ender. Pruz is out as well, had an injury in training, and George Karpathios with the injury last week. You know, two significant and one pretty major out there for the Mindle side. So changes are plenty there.
Testing the depth. Hearts a little bit different, had a win, which was really good, and then from my point of view, really recovered against Hellenic and made the result stay as it was at half-time. So that's, you know, it's good coming into this game. They're a team that frustrates simply because they have so much individual ability. And I just, you know, I've got to mention how much hard work the coach puts into that side. I just wish they would lift with him all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But
hopefully today they will.
Yeah, look, we've seen enough out of them in the last 2 games. I mean, obviously, Mindle, we'll go to them for a second, they're coming on the back of back-to-back losses for the first time this season. So they're in uncharted territory.
Absolutely.
Hearts are actually probably carrying the form into this game. You know, they had the win last weekend against Port Darwin, and then save for a really bad opening 20 minutes against Hellenic. They were a very good side in what was a 3-0 loss. So they're bringing some form in. The key for them today, though, Bruce, is to hit the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Right? They've only scored in 7 of their 15 games so far this season, which is nowhere near enough. But when they do score, 3 wins, a draw and 3 losses, they're bloody competitive.
Absolutely.
So if they can hit the net today, look out.
And the enigmatic, idiosyncratic super rock star up the front and Boney and I. If he's on song and if he's really focused, that's possible.
100%. You know, and they've been working on being multifaceted rather than one-dimensional in terms of their attack.
It works,
you know, that's going to bring him into the game more because he's not going to be 2-on-1 as often. So yeah, I'd expect him to be in and amongst it, as I said, as they work into this game.
4 o'clock local time here in Darwin. This is the Men's Premier League. It's a round 14 match. All the players are skirting and hiding in the shadows and the shade at the moment. Why wouldn't you? The rest of the pitch, 3/4 of it and more, is in full sun. So it will be fatiguing, but we'll see which of these teams adapt the earliest. And to John Dean's point, it might be a little bit of a leisurely opening until they find their feet. My name is Bruce Stalter. Thank you for joining us live streaming. We'll be bringing you Mindle versus Darwin Hearts shortly.
Pruz has had one of those seasons. Used to see him in A-League, mate. They'd score 17, next year it'd be 3. Just hasn't been able to get going. Injury, dislocations.
I don't think he necessarily got the treatment
In terms of his injury, or his...
And then obviously when COVID hit, there was no...
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So feels it.
Yeah.
Welcome, Darwin Football Stadium. Looking really dry out there at the moment with this consistently dry, hot winds coming in from a lot of the north, a bit of west in it. But all I know, as I said in the pre-game, John Dean will be giving us expert analytical thoughts and insights. Our fireys have just been absolutely... They've had no sleep over the last 7 days trying to battle through this, and... typically, there's a couple of the fires were deliberately lit as well, so have to cope with that stuff as well. But to them, a shout out. I noticed all the trucks are out of the shed today, so they're out there doing it as well. And all the best to the boys and the girls as they go around, keeping us safe out there in the rural areas around Litchfield and so on. It's been extraordinary. Anyhow, we're at the football match, Larrakia Park, on the main pitch. As I said, it's pretty dry. This wind is so hot, and we put plenty of water on the pitch, but it just evaporated within moments. So there goes a wasted another couple of grand. But anyhow, good try. Anyhow, Hearts are running from right to left on your screen. They're in their red and their blue socks, playing against the traditional Mindle kitted out Aces. And to your point, John, a couple of injuries for the Mindle side have had little change. There's a debut or two out there as well. So I look forward to seeing Kieran Joyce and Brian McCormick getting a chance.
It's obviously Brian's Daniel McCormick, the coach's brother, but he's also the strength and conditioning coach. So
that's right.
Getting a call up, I guess it gives you an idea of where they're at depth-wise. Calling the strength and conditioning coach into the side. He can play football, but don't know that storyline. Be drawn away from us. That's an errant pass. I'll hand that over to you, Bruce.
Goes back inside and the enigmatic one puts it over the top. Just casually turned his body around, right foot across his big frame, and height, not strength, not angle, and oh my goodness, and unsuccessful. In goals today for Mindle too. It's good to see the young fella getting a chance. Phil Chindam. So you'll note you won't miss him in the red cap, red boots, white socks, and the lime green kit. One of the young keepers inside the Mindle organisation. That's a player you don't want to see down, John.
No, Charles Iriku, he picked up a knock in the first challenge of the game up here about 25 metres into the attacking half. What looked like an ankle, and I think that's what they're calling for as the magic spray to try and get that all right. But yeah, obviously missed out on a starting side last week, played himself back into form to be in the starting side today, but to be down so early, Charles doesn't stay down, that's not a good sign.
No. And there was no... real assistance coming his way from the bench at that moment. So he's up and down. There's been a stretching on his right ankle, still gingerly. They're walking away now, jogging. Right, this is a round 14 match. It's Mindle running from left to right on your screens. It's a Northcrest scoreboard that has a zip to each of their names. Nothing anywhere near approaching a shot in anger as yet. And Hearts have got this man at the back, which I think has been part of their rejuvenation in Jasper.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Now, obviously, we expected him to be out for the season, Bruce, Jasper Mambanza.
Yeah.
But, played at Azuri last season, but really came to the fore in his first game and has been fantastic ever since, coming back early from injury in this Hearts side. He's added some real steel and composure into that defensive line, which it's been pretty good there back four, to be fair.
Oh, exactly. I think one of my favourite players in the league is Drew Bukaki, sitting on his right-hand side there, the captain today for Hearts. Only a little fella, but huge in ambition and heart. Number 3 we're talking about, just shadowing down there now while there's a breakaway for the captain of Mindle. He goes to the edge of the corner. He just unfortunately takes a slip. Now we go back with Hearts.
And you can see early Mindle not pressing high at all as they normally would be, and I'm sure that's down to the conditions, Bruce. So if they do that, I think that's going to allow Hearts to get into the game more, and the more time Hearts have on the ball, the more confident they become, and when they become confident, they become dangerous.
Absolutely. Recently on his knees and then on his back, but now upright. Charles Ericu with one back. Will Reeve taking a slip as well. Unusual.
Can't complain about the dew.
Yeah. No, not in the least. And Johnny Penshow playing down here on the right side as well with the ball, just flicking it back. It's making its way somewhat erratically, and now does. And Sudha Padal puts it back to Jaspan. And now goes from Abanza across to Kaki, and now we're going over for Neroy Shrestner. In the white boots, Neroy playing the right back position. Beautifully balanced runner. Lovely technique. Emerging talent up here in Darwin. Featured in the under-23 select side during Nate Oakwick Indigenous Football Showcase. So look out for him, number 12, right back for Darwin Hearts. And it's Mario Kokana getting them underway. And this will be the ever-present. He'll come in, push it back. There's a chance for the young 12. It's a great goal. That is a sensational thing from Eamon Kelly. Eamon had one look, hit it, and it's, I tell you, to get past Mount Stoppard, you need to do it well. And he did.
He picked his spot there and just found the top corner. Brilliant finish. You know, Stoppard wasn't sure whether to come or go for the initial ball. He decided to stay at home, and Reinhoff got the ball back, obviously, and played it back to young Eamon, and he's finished that top corner.
Absolutely.
And 1-0 very early here to the Aces.
Kelly clan's here as well, I think. Full family, extended, and next door neighbours. All here to see the young fella go around. What a way to greet your friends and relatives with a beautifully taken early shot. 6-minute mark. To the right-hand corner of Stoppard's goal. And as I said, for him not to be able to get to that with his height and his agility just tells you how good the shot was. Round 14 match, second of the round. Last night, a fantastic game. Absolute beauty. Couldn't separate two teams, but those two teams were Atlantic and Port Darwin. 1-1 on the scoreboard in the end. Both sides will probably be disappointed with that because they always won 3 points. But for a neutral, it was a fantastic night of footy. Let's just see how this Saturday afternoon the heat can progress. Dubrakaki on the ball now, get them restarted. Imploring them as their coach, Damien Aldred, to push up and get involved. Short one to go across field. And Mabanza goes to Sudha Pudel.
There's a real spring in Eamon Kelly's step after that goal, Bruce. I know it's his first goal of the season. I'm pretty confident it's his first goal in the Premier League. So
yeah,
well done. He'll be striding around certainly for the next 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, and thank you. And also good to see the cameras here as well, so you get to put that on a show reel for Christmas. First thing in the morning before breakfast, and then again before lunch, and then before dinner. Let's have a look at this. Why wouldn't you? It was beautifully taken. Well done. Number 12 we're talking about. Young boy for Mindle. Eamon Kelly. Right, now we're down with a corner. Hearts on the advance. See what they can do with this. Got a bit of height there now with Japan, with Mabanza. Gone over them. It's going to fall down. And Anai, by only am I. A little half-hearted attempt that really came to nothing. It'll run out again.
And he just tried to get that out from under his feet. The pass that came down to him from Weze just got stuck under his feet, and he tried to get it out. Or he maybe been better just to toe poke at it. Anything goalward there probably would have been a better option for him.
Yeah, under those 13 size boots. Big feet. Tiki. Wrong on his own though. Let's just see. Now there's a run from Kelly, goal scorer. Hand up raised. Right side, I'm here, he's saying. Trying to get Charles Ericu on the run. Nice work from Neroy Shrestner to clean that up. Breeze coming in. Plenty of punch behind it. From the Milllands Road end will favour Mindle in many aspects. And well taken corner kicks today using that win will be a real advantage. And in this first half they will fire for the yellow and blacks. lazy from Charles. Let that one miss him. Now he's come back. Neroy and Charles, two of the young talents in the NT at it. And Misfit on the ball now goes back. Reeve, they're going to play out calmly, but there's pressure coming from Hearts. They got out of it. And Mario Kukanen trying to set something up. Goes to his captain. The ever-present Kudo. Unleashes one. Not even the young Kelly on the spring and the step could get to that.
Well, I think that breeze you're talking about, Bruce might have just got behind that one too and helped it on its way. Just lifted that pass, but certainly the option was open down that channel if the ball was better weighted.
So it'll be a restart from Sudip. And Padel will be looking for a red shirt. No one on the run. They're all sort of pretty static. Here he goes over the top. And Bakana Nuda hasn't got rid of that. Now it's an opportunity. Now it comes off Padel again. Him and Kelly on the run. Kelly gets one in. Well done, young fella. And Drew Bukaki will take it. Can't shepherd it out. It's off him. He'll go this side. Calm play from both players. First of all, Kelly for the third effort. And then Kaki with the calm and confident play to get out the back. You're kidding.
He's put his toes over the line there, Bruce, for a foul throw.
Yeah.
Look, it happens a lot, but you don't often see it called,
That's
to be fair.
Right, yeah, so much. Absolutely. And there are many instances in very different sports where that sort of stuff is not pulled up. And then there will be one day, and today's the day.
You don't mind if it's pulled up. You just want to see it pulled up consistently.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you can ask for is consistency. So as long as they keep doing it, then happy days.
Right, Suda Padel with another throw in. That was out, I think, and that will be a Mindle ball, I would assume. No, it's going to be for Hearts.
Yeah, it never went in. It's got to go back where the original throw was. He's just walked back every metre that he was sent back, Bruce.
He did. And how unusual for a player to do that. Right, Jock on the ball. He's unleashed... And Reinberg has been pretty busy, number 9. Can't keep it in the young Kelly. Fan base goes wild. But now it's back in. Now we'll see what Hearts can do with it. Makana Nula. He's so quick across that first 20 metres. Unfortunately, no one there was attuned to it. And Santosh Srethnar needs to double up some efforts in the midfield. Number 4. No advantage, so we'll come back.
With the sun in his eyes here for Stobbart and the wind, this is a really dangerous position for a free kick.
Indeed. And the breeze has picked up too. It's got quite a bit of gustiness to it now. 12 minute, coming up to 13 minute mark. 1 to the good already for Mindle Aces. Kelly with that one. This time the captain's on the ball. And Kane McDowell to John Dean's point. Keeper Stoppard's got wind, sun, and now an on-rushing Mindle attack, which didn't come to the ball. Now it's still in there. Needs to be cleared out by Hearts. They've done that. Time on. And he'll head towards the North Crest scoreboard side. Tries to push it through and does, but what you want to see from your no advantage again, we'll come back. Tim's pulled it up. Tim Lay, the referee, in the centre. He's got a player down. And as a player you don't want, no player you want injured, but certainly in that back forward, Drew Bukaki's down on his knees.
Yeah, I don't think there was any contact, and where they're grabbing seems to be calf, or and you hope it's not Achilles. But that's never good when they go down on their own power. Certainly I didn't see anything, but the signs he was making with his hands didn't look like he's in a good way.
So while the break's been executed, a little bit of a swap here between, in positional play, between Makana Nala, who's going to go over to the scoreboard side, and number 10, Juma Mwizi, is going to come this side. Something that Hellenic do really well, where they'll shift their players often. That's not good.
No.
Stoppard carrying him in a fireman's lift. And he can't even put pressure on it. No, that's not good at all. Look, so there has to be a change. Drubrikaki's a real loss. The young fella coming on it.
Oshin Bamali will take the place. He's a very capable
young kid.
Replacement. He's only not starting because he's coming back from injury himself. But you never want to see a player go down like that. And then hopefully it's not as bad as what it looks, Bruce.
Well, he's a long way from home, if the technical area is home. And they're still working on it. And it looks like it's... Oh, from here, it looks calf. But we'll find out. Keep you in the loop. Ball's bounce, restart. Mindle have it. Mario Kukanen on the advance. Reinberg. Kudo. Back to the captain. He gets a call for misfit, ignores him. Goes back to Kukanen. A lot of dancing and not much movement towards goal. Taking their time, patience, but good pressure from the young Hearts midfielder. And Jock keeps his elbow down. He doesn't need to do that. Kirby. Santosh needs to go ball earlier in that midfield. Now we have Johnny on the run, Penchau. Reinberg trying to put it back to him. And the Barnes are there. Good work from the German in there. Eager on the ground now. But efforts galore from him. In full sunshine he is. Phil on the ball. Red boots. Well, salmon and white boots, really. Came out of his box to defuse that. Name is Phil Chinham. Getting a run in Premier League today. Good to see. So very experienced left back. And Matty Misford goes back. Still on the ball.
Step over from Mifsud too, Bruce.
Yes, mate.
He's got that in the locker. Obviously, he doesn't pull it out real often, but
no,
that's a fantastic rake and ball from Kuakunen through to Eamon Kelly.
Now, this kid's got pace. Gets there, turns in again, puts the ball in. That's all right. Throws his head back. Damien Order asking them who wants the ball. Imploring his Hearts players to keep possession and open up and want the ball. Will Reeve gets in front of Anai far too easily. Goes to Eriku. Back to Kudo. He will manage most of the midfield for the yellow and black Mindle side. Little 1-2 with Mario. And Muizi in there, still with him. Working hard. And a collision.
And the coach will be very happy with that, Bruce. I can tell you that Mweze was one of 3 players that got here very, very late into the warm-up. Obviously had some car issues or coming from work or something, but the fact that he's just gone effort onto effort onto effort play to win that throw there is exactly what you want, because you're never sure when players turn up late exactly what you're going to get. Are they going to be switched on or not? And clearly he is. Yeah, and he did it right in front of his coach. Yes, I heard Damien in my office 3 suburbs away. I was scared to go and talk to him before the game. I didn't want to get yelled at too. Yeah, well, all the effort and time he puts in, he just wants the same back. All right, ball's gone out. Northcrest scoreboard side. Thank you to the Northern Territory Government for their support this year too, as well as Northcrest. As I said, a lot of young families moving into the development out there, not far from here, enjoying their starting a family life in their new homes, and also the NTF construction supply specialists who work well with Steel Line. So whether it's framing or your shed, or the fence, or the roof, see them, service and above from Steel Line. Thank you for their support. Men's Premier League 2020 season. We're going to get a full fixture list in because the clubs and the players and the coaches have got together with us to make sure that we can give a full complement of games. We'll do that. All that midweek catch-up football's now concluded, so the guys can just concentrate on the weekends. And after this round, we'll have 4 more. So after this, there'll be 12 points on offer for each team. Bamali puts one through on the left foot. Lovely technique from 21. He's out there because his captain, Drubrikaki's gone off. Ball comes across, and Stoppard there calmly collects. Rolls it out. This is a player that shone last week. Anatura Angul. Number 16 on the ball. Did 2 360s. And then Jock puts it back to
Luckily, they're going to get picked up there. Kukanen just too reckless in that charge from behind.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's shaking his head at. He went straight through the back of him there.
Yes. A smile between those two. Referee and Murray are still having a chat. And Jasper Manzi on the ball now. And Mabunza puts one over. Trying to get over Matty Misford. It does. He lets it go there, to be honest. Nalu comes at him this time. Goes out of play. Did come off him too. So it'll be a return throw from Mindle. So today's been well and truly in the 30 degrees mark. A little higher. And the breeze been really strong. Plenty of heat in it as well. 3/4 of the pitch in sun. No one really having any time in the shade except the assistant referee at the moment. Now they're down in full sun. Here he goes, Reinberg, into the box. Puts one across, dangerous. And Isham Bimali gets there.
Showed some good toe there, Reinberg, to get away from Jasper after he hesitated. So that's going to prove to be a challenge for them all day because, he'll have noted that, have it up in his back pocket and know that I can take him, so he'll go again.
Yeah, confidence player very much, Reinberg. He'll take this corner as well over in the fire station corner of Larrakia Park. And we're on Larrakia Nation. Thank you to the elders, past, present, and those emerging. You'd like that again. For permission to play this game of Men's Premier League on Larrakia country. Thank you to the elders. This ball's going to find Anai now on the chase. Penchau, the German's going to shepherd this over into the shade now. Louisi gets in there. Nice collision again from those two players. Ball's in, play on. Now he pulls it up. Looking for advantage that never came is the centre referee. And two collisions now between Louisi and Johnny Penchau. Kirby will take this. Zach moves in, goes across field. Early, central ball. And Mario now will skirt across, trying to find where will I place this, and he's offside.
That's poor from Charles Ariku.
Yeah,
there.
way and truly offside. He was gardening.
Yeah, he was 2 or 3 metres offside. Even when he ran back, he was still offside. And there was no reason to be. They had the free kick down here. Yeah. No reason at all to be offside. He needs to get his head on there because he was in acres of space. It was a brilliant ball. Yeah,
not focused. Frustrating for the coach, Daniel McCormick. Now a short ball from Stoppard out to Neroy Shrethner. He's trying to find Anatura Dungle. He's sort of in there, but now Mindle going to make a raid here. Again, offside run. And Mario Kukanen will come back with those salmon boots, which seem to be the fashion today. There's quite a few out there.
You ever see you in a pair of those, Bruce, in your playing days?
No. Black. Just black.
Yep.
Mind you, there was a season there where our hair were like that. Now, let's play. Stoppard on the ball. Comes in. And Misford gets up there, comes back down. And this is a player that we need a lot from, Santos. Such a good player. But Santos Fresno hasn't done very much so far. When he's moving around, Hearts look good. Right, comes back. Kane puts it in behind Kelly. Kelly showing some nice skills. Hands all over each other. Timmy Lay's letting it go. Now he'll pull it up. I like the attitude of Kelly. Just got straight back up on his feet. That's what you want to see in a young player. No nonsense from him. That was an attack from side by Jock, who's known for those.
It's a nice little piece of skill then from him too, but clearly they've been working on that this week because that's at least the 4th or 5th little behind the back heel that we've seen so far in the opening 25 minutes.
My word. And Stoppard easily to that ball. 24-minute mark, coming up 24 and a half actually. 1-0, Mindle over Hearts. Hearts are running from right to left on your screen. This is Men's Premier League round 14 match. It's round 2. There's a handball. Young Joel Jock. Chol comes back. Lighter frame. But he'll run all day and he'll present all day. Number 7. Number 2, sorry. Chol Jock. Right, Eric down again. I don't know if this is part of the looking for something from the referee, or he's done a slight injury to that other slight injury he had. So, Mindle with the ball, far side. Reinberg trying to do a 1-2 with Buchanan. Buchanan just nice skills, turns on the inside, puts a ball across pitch, and the young kid was there again. And this time it took sort of Tiller to get in and do some really nice work, and Pudel got it cleared away. But Kelly there again.
Oh, well done, Patel. He did really, really well there. He had to. Kelly couldn't believe his luck. The ball came through to him at the back post. He just had the poke at home, but Patel was more alert to the danger and just managed to get down, get a toe in and put it out.
Yeah.
And somehow, in doing so, has won himself a goal kick.
That's right.
So that is outstanding defending.
Absolutely. I think there was a very slight glancing of Kelly on the way through. Right, we have Jasper Mabanza on the ball. Russian Bamali goes again. And the player we just mentioned. Stray hand and arm from number 2. He has it in his game. Get a yellow card for it.
Yeah, it's his fourth of the season, so he's walking a suspension tightrope now, yeah, Chol Jock.
Absolutely. He must frustrate his coach. Talent galore. An attitude that doesn't match. It was across his eyes. Eamon Kelly's going to have to leave the field.
Yeah,
Get some work.
Looked to be the nose. He might have a little bit of a nosebleed here, I reckon.
Wants to wash his face. Yeah, no, it was his eye, I think, too.
Yeah. Bit of water fixes everything, Bruce.
Doesn't it? God's first aid kit. Here we go. Penchow on the ball. It's a low one. Bodies are down. Yeah, you pull that up. Came down, no intention there. Otherwise, he would have been in trouble, but it was accidental. Right, Santos. And Strathner goes out to Niroy. Another Strathner. And back to Anatura Angle, trying to find some space for his team. This is going back at pace. Now there's an opportunity. He'll turn on there and have a left shot. He does. Beautiful save. Stood his ground. Tipped it with the tip of the fingers and over the post. Also want to make mention of how calm Mario was. You could see he was going to turn and left. Plays both sides of his body. A little good bit of football from Mindle, mate. Could have been 2.
It was. You know, it was an errant pass there from Jasper, and Kwakunen was just calm on the ball. Created some space for himself. It's just a little bit too close to Stobbart. He pulled out a really good save.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Errant Part sounds like a Hollywood actor.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? And some B movie. Scream flick.
Errant pass.
That's right. Even that does as well. All right, here we go. And he's on this side. And Reinberg moves in. He needs to get some air up. Well done, Captain, getting there first. But if you put it up into this breeze, it's going to cause all sorts of strife. It just haven't. None of the corners at either side have had height, John. They've been low trajectories, and if they just push it up and let the breeze do its work, it'll be trouble.
It's an interesting one, Bruce, because Mindle Aces have a lot of corner routines that they like to play, and one that they do a lot is at that near post run, an attacking run with a low corner. But sometimes simple's best, and they've clearly got a height advantage. So why not use it?
Certainly, I get they have a bag of tricks, but some days the weather has some even better ones. Well done, Kelly. Sums up his day, really. And I see him, Ashim Bamali comes in and cleans that up. Well done to Kelly.
So all 3 match balls now are over in that corner car park. Yep. They'll all come back at almost the same time.
Yes, they will. He said optimistically. Right, Reinberg this time back in that same corner, but won't be a corner, will be a throw-in. Will he do a John Dean? Sort of. Not really the height and length.
Well, his foot was just as far over the line then as the one that got called back, Bruce. That's the frustration.
It'll come out now. They will get a corner. Reinberg on there. Now, to John Dean's point of view, is giving us expert insights today. Will they play one of those Mindle corners? Yes, they have. They played a short one. Johnny Penchow puts it over the top. Look at that post move when Stoppard puts his body on it. It actually moved a good 12 to 15 degrees to the right, to our right, the left of the post. All right, Reinberg again. Puts it down. You need to be attentive here, Hearts. A low one again. You can see how low it was. It took sort of put our to get down almost on his knees to stop it. Here it comes back in. Nice work from Mindle. Stoppard there. He's going to roll it out. He does. Got confidence in these players. He turns on. Pudell's got Kelly, and Kelly comes in.
Yeah, they're persisting really with the shorter corner, the short flat corner. Obviously, they've identified a weakness here, Mindle, that they're trying to expose on those corners, but you'd like to see him just one conventional one, just put it in the mixer.
Absolutely. Mate, this wind is literally 25, 30 knots at times. Nice work from Anai. What he can do. It's unselfish. And well done, Matty. Misfit in there early. Anai will go early and quick. He goes back to Jock, who's on the run. Jock now has a call. Does he go to him? No, he goes back to Sudep. And Padel will have to go to the sideline. Kelly's on the advance and snicks the ball. Lovely work from him and unleashes Reinberg. Comes off him. Now goes back to Anatura Angle. Now to Mavanza. Long ball over. Looking for Anai. Anai brings it down. He'll go across. Looking to nutmeg him then. And Mario cut that off. Goes back with the salmon boots to Kirby, and Zach puts a long one out to Charles Eric, who just doesn't seem switched on today. This young fella does, Bukana Nalu. But Will Reeve gets in there, young talent. Nice pull down from Kelly, a lovely ball through. Good intention. Well done, number 12 for Mindle. Scored a goal to get his side underway, and we think it's the first goal in Men's Premier League for young Evan Kelly. Everything he's done since then has been very mature and very competently done. Sudup goes on the inside. That's never going to work. And Sandosh, you were standing still. You have to move and present, mate. Now it comes back across. Neroy Strethno on the run. And Neroy gets there and makes sure it's put out of play. Good strong effort from him. He's wearing number 12.
It's going to be a brilliant battle all day between Nero Shrestler and Charles Ariku, two of the best young players in Darwin, marking each other today. We'll see who nullifies who and who can get an advantage.
And they're both thinking, if we were on the other side, we'd be in the shade. But they're not. Again, Tim said, can you please stop taking 14 metres? I'll allow you one. Now he turns in. He's the young fellow we're talking about. Goes across field to Santos Shrethner. And Osam Bimali, well played, young man. Goes back to us. Now the run comes. Louisi's there. Turns it back into Jock. And Kudo gets there first. It's unusual for Kudo. The wind got a bit of that. Normally his balls are well placed. Didn't have much time though. Just turned the leg across his body. And Stoppard does the jog into the sun. Hat on, gloves on, long white socks. As we say, Mount Stoppard, huge man. And not only a huge human, a lovely human as well. Now, Jasper Mavanza.
He's got a big leg too, Stoppard, but they've changed their approach over the last little while. Hearts have really been content to play the ball out from the back on these goal kicks. Obviously grown in confidence, which is what you want to see, but he's got it there if needed. But that's fantastic
now
play.
Go Mario Kokanen off across goal. Reinberg there, and a goal. He just slipped inside, Pennell. The ball was a well-placed one from Mario Kukanen. And I think you'd have to say 3 or 4 or maybe 5 were switched off in the back there from Hearts. That momentarily switch, and bang.
Yeah,
really well played goal.
Beautiful little interchange of passing, and then nice ball on the ground.
A lot of ball watching though from Hearts, was there not?
There was, and they've been in and out of this. You can't even say it's been 5-minute periods. There's times when they're showing, when they're defensively diligent, and there's other times when they're watching the ball rather than being engaged in it. And that's obviously the coach's frustration, what they're trying to get out. But when he gets his troops in 10 minutes at half time, obviously the scoreline's still as it is. If they can address that,
absolutely,
they're still very much in this game.
My word. 2-0, as we all know, dangerous scoreline. And this is a side that can make you pay at any time. Let's just see if they can get it together. Okay, not yet, but they will. We're talking about Darwin Hearts running from right to left on your screen. They're 2-0 down on the Northcrest scoreboard. 2 goals, really different sort of goals. One an individual effort from Eamon Kelly, and the second one a well-worked role between 2 of the more senior players in the side, and Kukanen and Reinberg. And Reinberg just touching it away to an outstretched Stoppard and into the goals. Stoppard was a bit annoyed with his defensive line up in front of him on that occasion. Now we're back into play, and this is the same player who made that goal happen. Capital A assist in Mario Kukanen, number 6. Got his little man bun happening. Will Reeve now. Got his right wrist and hand wrapped in white tape. Carrying an injury there. That's better pressure from Nalu. Number 11. And this will be rolled out. We'll start again. 36-minute mark. We've got a bit of shadow going across the pitch from the grandstand, thankfully. Some players now are in the respite of the shade. Goes back to Bamali. Osher moves forward. He's going to have to go back, and he does. Kelly in there making a nuisance of himself. Now is Kudo. Lovely work. Good effort from Bamali. Finds Jock. Jock's got to bring this down and make Bamali's effort a true one. He does. He gets an opportunity as Hearts pulled up.
They did really, really well there, Bruce, the Darwin Hearts players. I thought they'd overplayed their hand a little bit there. Sometimes, even though you want to play it out of the back, you've just got to say, no, enough's enough, and we'll get it out of the danger area. But they played, and they got the ball through and obviously won the free kick. So, well done. Coach will be really pleased with that.
Yep. An opportunity again to restart. Pretty much the same spot. Mabazi and Mawezi, and Anai having conversation up front for Hearts. Now Sudapidal with the ball. Fidel goes over the top. Not high enough to beat the man bun. And Kane McDowell puts one across. And Mawezi, surely he's not going to ask why that was called. And just dutifully moves away. Ball will be sit there for Zach to take. And Kirby's going to leave it for... and Johnny Panchar goes across to Will Reeve. Number 13 puts it down the middle to his captain. And Kane McDowell's trying to get one overlap with him and Kelly, who wasn't alert to it on that occasion. Just held back on his heels there a little. The ball still remains with the yellow and blacks. Mindle, 2-0 advantage on the scoreboard, running left to right on your screen. It's a round 14 men's Premier League match here in Darwin. The top end of Australia, we're in the tropical end. It's a dry season day, but it's a very hot dry season day. Here's an opportunity to make it 3. Better stuff from Srethna Santos then.
It was unlike Taiki Kudo there.
Yeah.
McDowell made a beautiful run, beat 3, and then laid it off for him. And Kudo wasn't awake to the opportunity and was too slow in seizing it and thwarted there by Hearts. But brilliant work from the captain.
Hearts now still playing out. John Dean giving his expert insights. This ball's still in a dangerous point, but he's a point earlier. They seem confident and calm enough to play out when they need to. And they've not stopped doing that today. He'll have a shot, without a doubt. And he puts it into the car park.
But that's okay, Bruce.
Yeah.
I've been critical this year at times of Charles Ariki for not taking the shot on. That was on his less favoured right foot. He's cut inside. The opportunity was there and he's taken it. You don't care where it goes. The fact that he's taking it on is what you want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And he did take a shot. He's been conservative this year. With all that talent in that body, the more he takes, the better off for his team, Mindle Aces. 2-0 their advantages at the moment. We're in the coming up to the 40-minute mark. Round 14 match in the Men's Premier League. We're live streaming across the Perform Network, also on FNT TV and FFA digital channels. Thank you for your support wherever you may be and on whatever devices you're watching this on. Hope you're enjoying a cool environment, unlike the players. Lots of chat coming out of their keeper, Phil Chinham. Mindle I'm talking about. Imploring his players to be alert and get that ball back. And they will through a stray handball. Referee will pull that up. Nice try. There's 3 metres you're trying to get there, Mario. Your ongoing conversation, communication with the referee is entertaining for sure. Right, comes back to Matty Misford. Matty will take a left footer onto this. He will put this in the air and he will take advantage of this wind. Can Mindle's tall timber do that? Kirby's in there now. Ball's better, that's it. Look, Kirby was nearly there. Made the run. Lots of arms and legs everywhere.
Well, you were bang on, and I was going to make the point. This was always going to go back post from Matthew Mifsud. Yeah. And nobody from Mindle gambled at the back post.
No one.
It was empty. He's been doing that for, I want to say, decades now.
Yes.
That was
centuries.
That was potentially a tap in. If somebody was awake to it. So conventional can work too.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. The game's built on conventions. Here we go. Stoppard, place the ball. Those short backward steps that turns into long strides, sideways and then in. Didn't hit it as well as he would have liked. And Neroy Shrethner. That's better from Charles Eric, who got in early. Santos Shrethner there with the ball. Comes across field. Lovely work from Ryan Berg to his partner in the football crime in Kilcannon. And that's an interesting ball across. I applaud that, as does a lot of the spectators. Now we have Shrethner and the Santos version, and he comes forward to Mwizi. And Anai goes down. Kirby with a strong tackle. And then Reeve will go all the way back to Phil Chinham, who wants to touch. Phil's got it now. Goes out on the left side. Can't miss Phil today with the lime green and the red cap. Charles Erica goes down like he's been hit by a mortar. He's okay though, back up. Louise now, nice work from young 10. You get the ball back, advance up the thing by a Reinberg right foot. Yeah. So throw in the shade.
Heavy first touch there from Weze, but he atoned for the error, chased it down, towards the turnover back. That's exactly what you want to see. Didn't get down on himself and kick stones. Went and got the ball back.
Yeah, see if he gets some reward for that. Padel moves in. Number 5 with a throw, trying to find Anai, but Kirby's there. He raised his foot. It's Mini Roos time.
Unfortunately, he definitely had a skip in there and the back foot was off the ground, unfortunately.
He did. Throw-ins. Does my head in. Here we go. Johnny Penshow goes to his captain, Kane, into inside. Now goes. Well done to young Jock, getting his body in the way of that. Will Reeve just dips one over beautifully, finds his that lovely first touch from Kane McDowell and the unleash to Eamon Kelly. Kelly comes out where Stoppard is first. This will be a shot. He takes it. Good intention again, to your point, John. That's what you want to see from the young fella. And he is young. We all forget how young Charles Ericu is. Man Mountain.
I think he took that on the right as well.
He did.
It didn't look like it was off the left.
No, that's right.
Yeah, probably had more time than he thought. But, definitely worth taking on there. Stoppard was well outside of his ground.
We're into the last minute and a half of regulation time. A 2-0 advantage to Mindle, and a game that's been played in incredible heat here. Also a hot breeze coming in. Though when you're in the shade, it's a little more cooling, which is getting more and more on the pitch at the moment, which is very dry here at Larrakia Park in this late August Saturday afternoon. Sulip's just going for a run. Where are you going to? The next one? The next suburbs, I think, is Moyle. Keep going. And he's still going. And he got away with it. We're into the last around 40 seconds of time in the regulation period. And Brian Amai's hurt his shin pad. And now he's up and moves forward. And the ball comes to Johnny Penchow, who will now get it restarted. Goes back. Right. What's Kirby going to do? He gets a call from his senior player there in Matt Misford. Now goes back to Phil Chinham. He goes back across. Patient play from Mindle. Now 45 minutes coming up. Right, we're into time added on now. It'll be 1 minute of time added on. Bamali has the ball, goes up the middle. And Anatura Angle tries to flick one on. Still in the chase. Well done, Kane McDowell. You've been everywhere. Everything you've done has been very positive for your football team. Smart player for a young man as well. Has the captaincy week in and week out. Clearly a club leader. A little bit of miscommunication between the players. Reinberg more disappointed and Mario more positive, giving the young fella Kelly some instructions. 1 minute of time added on here in this round 14 match. Darwin Hart's, that's lovely work. He can do that. Now he gets Santos Strathnar underway. What's he going to do? Going to go back to Nyla. Nyla's going to go back to Santos. There's the run. Neroy's made it. No one saw it. Jasper goes back to Anatura Angle. Anatura now unleashes him. And now it's a race between him and Reeve well and truly there. Anyhow, there's always promise in Darwin Harts. Absolute promise in them. They'll go into the sheds 2-0 down. They'll hear from their coach, Damien Aldred, and the coach of Mindle is already into it, out there chatting away. That's Daniel McCormick. That is a game that, I must admit, that's what I thought I'd get. I'm sorry. Well, I just did. I didn't think I'd get the 2 goals, but that's the sort of play I get. Hearts are in it, then they're not in it, then they're in it, then they're not in it. And Mindle's just really trying so many different people in different places, players out there getting a chance. Eamon Kelly was really great. So, yeah, that's what I thought I'd see. What about you?
Yeah, look, as I said in the pre-game, it didn't reach any sort of heights in terms of high press, in terms of intensity. But they were trying to play their football, trying to play out from the back. And, from a Hearts perspective, you're probably most disappointed about the fact that the goals came from your turnovers in your own half, from your own errors. And that's probably been the biggest learning for them this season, and they've fallen foul of it here again today, but they're very much still in it. And they've made some nice runs and created some opportunities from a Mindle perspective. They're more clinical in front of goal, and that's what you've got, despite their main man not being out there. Tavian Ludvigsen on the bench today, not starting, and Reinberg's obviously, grabbed the bull by the horns there and done well. So we'll see if he gets much more time and runs out the 90, or if they bring Ludvigsen on in the second half. That'll be interesting for them in terms of what they can throw at Hearts and try and bolster up the score difference here and get their confidence high after back-to-back losses. And that is John Dean giving us some expert insights. We'll see what progresses in the second half. We'll come back, have a short break, and then just talk a little bit more about individual plays that are possible in the second half and the opportunities that are presenting for both these coaches and a team that's down 2-0 but on a scoreline in football that's ever dangerous for those who hold the ascendancy in 2-0. It's often overcome. If they get the first goal, Hearts will be troublesome. My name is Bruce Stalder. Thank you for joining this live streaming of the Men's Premier League Round 14 match. Take a short break and we'll be back.
That breeze has still got plenty of punch behind it. It's moving my hairpiece around all the time, mate. Good to see you here, John Dean. That was a game, as I said just before we came out of half-time, that really met my expectations. At times Hearts can really put it together and then they fade off, and then Mindle are struggling for that, the lack of players' availability. And I have to make mention, first of all, let's go with Eamon Kelly. Lovely little taken goal. Everything he's done since then. He's got a step, and that step.
Yeah, he's definitely got some pep in his step.
That's it.
But, he took the finish really, really well, and you could see he grew a foot afterwards.
He did.
And everything he's done since then pretty much has turned to gold. So, long may it continue for this game, and he's going to continue to cause havoc if that's the case.
Now, I also want to mention their captain, Kane McDowell. For me, he's an unsung hero. He does a lot of work in the midfield. You've noticed some of the pairings that they're starting to get together there in Mindle.
Yes, certainly. So, obviously, he had some time out with injury, and Kuakunen's come in, and he's grown probably in every game that he's played this year. But the two of them have come together. They've had a handful of games now, and that relationship that they're getting as to when one needs to hold, when one stays, the interplay they have with each other. One does the dirty work and it enables the other one to move forward, and so that's worked really well. And Kane often goes unnoticed because he does the little things and he does them well.
Yes.
It's fire, not flash.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so he's been pulling the strings today, but it's the two of them in tandem that enables him to do that really, really well.
And if you just joined us, look out for two man buns, because that's what's happening. They both have. The third thing I want to quickly talk about is where we sit in the season so far. We've got 4 rounds after this. We've got a really important game at 8 o'clock tonight on the Form Network between two of the teams that are sitting joint fourth, so to speak, or third. Fourth and third?
Fourth and fourth.
Yep, that's it. Let's call it fourth. And they today will get a result one way or the other. Someone will advance, or both will advance if it's a draw. But this season presents so much moving forward, and you can lose or win on any particular night. Now we're out of the catch-up games. It's just full frontal weekend football. I'm really looking forward to the next 4 weeks, mate. I have no idea what the four's going to look like in the Men's Premier League at all.
It's brilliant, and if Hearts can eke a result out here, then they're still in the hunt as well.
Absolutely.
It's not quite must-win territory for them yet, but they do need to get a point out of today.
Yep.
But, it's perfectly poised. Obviously when, you and your team were putting the draw together, you probably couldn't have planned it better than what you've done in terms of having the catch-up games finish as the bell rings for the last lap when everybody has to play each other one more time.
That's right.
And so we've come into that now, and the games are brilliant, as everybody has one time around. Obviously 4 games to go after this weekend, and so much to play for. Genuine 6-pointers every week. Yeah,
and you've got players coming in like the Hodder brothers, featured on Friday night in different teams. There's other players coming in down the track, made through our transfer windows closed some time ago, but they're still yet to come in. So, mate, for those who are neutrals, exciting time in the Men's Premier League. And we'll be back with what we hope is an exciting second half. And from both our point of view, we'd love to see Hart get a goal and then really ratchet it up between these two teams. So it'll be a really entertaining second half. Up until then, we'll take a short break. We'll be back with a game which features 2 goals to Mindle Aces. Hearts yet to get on the board. Tim Lay looking at his watch. Mario putting the man bun in. We're about to get underway. Here we are. And it's Mindle to advantage on the scoreboard. Hearts yet to get there. Can they do it? And will they do it early in this half? We'll wait and see as this one progresses. The first advance of a positive nature comes from the team running from right to left on your screen. That's Mindle Aces. Nice play there from the defender, number 21. Stoppard will say, I'll have this, thank you. And put his big left boot to it. Finds Anai. Anai's first touch goes to Jock. Jock then goes to Anatura Angle. Neroy Shrethner now in the shade on this side. He'll join that. He'll go back to Jock. And Jock will go the same way, the other way. Nice little piece of thievery there from Kudo. Number 4 for Mindle. Now we set this up really, and Reinberg has a shot. A dive there of sorts from Stoppard, but he had that well and truly covered. Knew it was about 1.5 meters to the right of his right post. From our point of view, left of his left post.
We used to call him a Fox Sports dive, Bruce. That was for the cameras, that one. That was nowhere near the post.
Yeah, nice one there.
No personnel changes at halftime.
No.
There has been a positional change, as you probably saw from the kickoff, that young Kelly, after his goal, has moved into the number 9 role, and Reinberg's gone out to that right wing position.
Yep.
Which is obviously proven fruitful for them so far. They've had 2 quality attacks, and we're not even 2 minutes into the second half.
And the 2 individuals you mentioned are the goal scorers, Kelly and Reinberg. Right, Jock needs to be busy. So does Santos Shrethner. Get some interplay happening between the two of you. And number 16, Anatura Angle needs to be on the ball as well. Right, now here's a chance for him to play that sort of game. There they are. There's the first time I've seen 3 passes between them. Now there's another one. That's better. Oshim. Bimali goes out to Anai. And Baomi puts one across trying to find Nalu. And Nalu was offside. They've got to bring Big Anai into the game. More ball he gets, the better. Doesn't matter what quality opposition he's playing, he's a threat. And what moment of the game he's a threat. And Oshim Bimali gets that left foot in there. And Santos Shrethner beaten all ends up there by both the bounce and the player. This is one for Kudo. He'll run it, but he won't get there. Even he can't get to that. Right, 48 minutes. We had 3 minutes. Despite your observation that there's been no player changes, only positional changes, pretty similar to the first half start.
Yeah, you was really looking to see more of a reaction from Hearts. The impetus is really needs to be with them to wrestle this game away from Mindle if they're going to get anything out of it. And they, you think if they're going to do that, they're going to do it right from the off at the start of this second half. And so far, it's been mainly Mindle streaming forward. So we want to see a reaction here from Hearts.
It came off the nearly came off the referee. So we'll see if Hearts can get some energy into their play. Kelly with a back heel. Right, now's an opportunity. Right, Anai, you're on the ball. Alert. Now he gets his toe to it. Well played. He's gone down though. Needs to get up. There's an opportunity for his side. Now this is a chance for Jock. Oh no, it ran in front of him. And we'll come back over here. And the referee now will pull this up.
It's an interesting one. I actually thought that Bonomi was the one that committed the foul. And he's just got a little shoulder or an elbow in the chest as he's done it, sort of gone awkwardly. But you feel that he's going to be up sprinting around like Linford Christie in a minute.
Yep.
So, but it was an awkward challenge with Zach Kirby, who when he runs around in this breeze, he reminds you a little bit, not in the way he plays necessarily, but of a young Graham Arnold with those curly locks blowing around everywhere, Bruce.
Oh, that were the days. There's an image I won't get out of my head today. Thank you, Mr. John Dean. But that is so true.
For our younger, viewers,
yeah.
Go and watch YouTube and have a look at the old Socceroos coach going around and you'll see what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's got some locks on him, Zach Kirby.
In the Australian Soccer League. Right, and eyes up. You'll have to go off, holding his chest. Well spotted, John. John Dean will give us some expert insights, his medical assessments as well, and he got that one right. And I coming off. Hinting to anybody who's willing to listen about an elbow and a stray one from Kirby. Still going down, trying to get himself back in tune. Now we get this game underway. And that's what the referee will do down this end. Magic spray sprayed. Referee will call him on in a minute. Phil Chinham on the ball. We haven't said Phil's name much. Referee's called the injured player on. And Cunnins with the ball through. And Neroy will earn himself a throw in there for his team. So Srethna will get an opportunity to grab this ball and throw it in. He does that. He tried to march it another 2 metres. Pulled up. Mbanza back to Srethna, and Srethna's now gone across to Bamali. Bamali goes wide to Mawezi. Can they orchestrate something from here? Padel back to Mawezi. He goes on a scamper and scurry, and he continues with that. Good advance from the young fella. Now Santos, this pass is really important, and it's not the one you wanted. It's now just gone back to the other team, and that other team is Mindle, and on the run comes the long legs and advance, and on his side he likes too. Lovely work, all ball. As you said, John, little battle.
Not too many people in this league quicker than Charles Aruku, but Neroy Shrestha's just shown there that he is.
Yeah.
He had great wheels to make that challenge, and it was clean as a whistle.
Yeah, no. Kids watching that, that's a beautiful tackle. And the confidence of the young man to take it where he did. Well and truly in the danger area. His technique and timing was spot on. Talking here about Nizroy Srethna. Number 12 for Darwin Hearts. They're running from left to right on your screen. 2-0 down on the scoreline. This is a 4-14 round game. Kirby gets his head to it. Now he gets his knee to it and his shin. Now it's an unleash. Now it's an opportunity. It could be a good counter if they just play this right. Now it goes to Anai. Anai has time. He'll let Johnny Penchow run it through. They'll come together here. Assistant referee didn't see if that was out or in, so the ball will remain in. Mawezi on the ball. Goes back. That is too easy. Too easy. And if he goes around him, this will be a goal. Good work from the keeper. Pushed him wide, really narrowed the angle, and Reinberg just couldn't put that away. A little bit of lapse in concentration there from Hearts. Still on. Mario goes number 6, shows some nice skills, and he looks up. He's going to put this across eventually. Now he goes to Charles Eric on the run. Charles puts ones across, and this time Reinberg has a second attempt, and with the same result as his first.
Probably the less said about that one, the better.
Yep.
But it was a brilliant opportunity that presented itself there, and that's, again, probably the most frustrating thing from a Hearts perspective is that it's their own mistakes that are generating the chances. But,
yeah, absolutely.
Very calm work at the second time around from Kwarkinen there. He saw that Reinberg hadn't got himself back into an onside position, held that raking ball, didn't push it, instead put the ball down the channel to Charles Ariku, who put in a dangerous cross that created the opportunity that, unfortunately, Reinberg's technique let him down.
Well, 54 minutes and a half on the scoreboard. Thank you to Northcrest. We're now still with the same score line. Hearts are on the press. Goes back to Matty Misford. Matty down to the end. He comes out to come off him. Puts his boot to it. Out of frustration. Now goes Srethna to Srethna. Santosh Srethna this time. Goes back to Neroy Srethna. Neroy puts it across to Jock. Jock to Mbenzi. Then Balami. Try again.
Bamali.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bamali. And Bamali's ball's now. That's an awkward position and body from Johnny Penchow, but effective because it's gone as far as Reinberg. Reinberg will get that. Didn't like Santos Srethna in his back. And Mario, whose surname you pronounce, This is what I mean about getting phonetic spelling from the clubs. We'll get it probably grand final day. Looking forward to this. How do you pronounce your surname?
I say Kuakunen.
Okay.
But I have friends of similar descent that are Markunen. So
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
running with that. I did ask him and he hadn't corrected me, so...
Okay. So Cocoonen. As in cocoon?
Kuakunen.
Kunakunen. Okay. Even more difficult. Anyhow, Mario, you've been effective. You got assist for the second goal. Been busy in the midfield, as you mentioned, John, working with Kane Mindil, the captain, and haven't played a lot of games together, but finding that unity, purpose. On the ball now is who we're talking about. Now we have Johnny Penchow, the German, on the run. He turns it back inside to Reinberg. Reinberg will put his left foot to it, but Marley gets there first. But there's a 1-2 from the two players we just mentioned. He's offside. Jumps over the keeper. Ball will remain with the keeper. Won't play the offside. He's looking for players. He's been throwing and passing a lot. But this is going to be a heave-ho, and it is.
And it should go all of 70 with this breeze. One bounce into the other keeper, probably.
It's
two bounces.
Yeah, exactly. It's something they should have looked at some other time, and they will maybe in this half. And more in this half. Because that's where the breeze is, right behind Stoppard. Now there's a chance for Hearts. Can they make something out of it? Goes back to Mawezi. Turns on the inside. He's still going with the ball. Now he has the shot. And goes, oh, Jesus, just on the outside of the left-hand post for Phil Chettam.
Yeah, I think it took a touch on the way through. They're just a tight deflection, so I think it'll be a corner here, Bruce.
We'll see what the assistant referee's doing. Yes, it will be. Nice body language there from Phil, trying to get a goal kick out of it. Not on. Right, here we go. Now Hearts move forward in numbers. Short pass goes to Santos Sresna. Referee doesn't like it. Wants it back. Not sure why.
Mustn't have been in the little half
Okay,
moon
fair
there.
enough. All right, now it is. So that... Now he goes around Nalu. Puts the ball over the top, trying to find... And there's a bicycle kick of sorts from Jock. One of those bicycles without a wheel and a chain. Comes down now for Anno. What's he going to do? Goes cross field. He puts one over unselfishly to Santos Sresna. And give himself a corner.
And Sresna's one of the keys here from a Hearts perspective.
Absolutely.
The more the number 4 gets on the ball, the better Hearts are going to go in the second half.
Spot on. So the ball's retrieved by Hearts. Nalu on there. Got plenty of time. 58 minutes only in this game. They're down 2-0. Quite capable of getting another one back. Then another one. They're a very quick scoring team if they get it. This one goes over the top. That used the win. Full awkwardly for Mavaza. Goes back now to Anai. Anai just flicks one in. Matty Misfit stayed on his goal post. The only defender who was alert to that. Now goes Anai. Anai takes a little slip.
Well tracked back, though. You don't see that much of it from Anai, but he's tracked back there 45, 50 metres because he was alert to the danger, so well done to him.
Now we have one coming back to number 6 for Mindle on the run. Where will he place this? It's on his left side. And if he keeps running, he'll place it in the goal. Now it goes to Kane Mindil. Kane Mindil will go back for a right foot shot. Takes it. Beautifully placed one. Shakes and rattles all the posts of that goal. You could not nail it exactly on that corner. That was exactly in the middle of where crossbar meets upright.
He had Stobbart beaten all ends up to. He wasn't getting anywhere near it. Well struck from Kane McDowell there from 18 yards out. So
entertaining.
Signal of intent here.
From Mindle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're going to have a go if they get anywhere near it. They want the third. They want this game over. Bamali trying to get his team forward. Hearts, they need to get one. They won't with that. Reeve comes in, unhappy with that. Big Jasper, Mabanza. Kudo comes in, makes it busy. Look at it. Tiki now puts it on EU and takes the shot. And just side of the goal again. Crowd excited. Young Kelly on the ball. Now there'll be a sub in the 60-minute mark. Kelly's had his 60 minutes.
Well, his last touch could have been a goal, Bruce. If he had got his right foot around that one. But
yeah, he just had the wrong balance. He just moved to come around a bit forward.
Well, in fairness to him, he copped a whack in the head in running too. He did well not to go down. Regain his composure. Got a shot on target, but that's a good 60 minutes for the young man. And on comes Levi Winman. He'll go straight up top to that number 9 role. And he'll cause some headaches. Loves to get himself about and got a bit of pace too, Levi.
Yep. And there'll be a lot of talking as well. Now it comes down for Penchal, now Kudo in there, who made all that happen. Now there's a chance for Santosh on the ball. What's he going to do? Then come on. Santosh Srethna, you need to link those passes. Can you do it this time? Now it's Moeezy on the run. Nice work from Zach Kirby. Strong work from the central defender for Mindle. Speaking to Levi, he's on the ball now.
Unmissable in the tucked-in shirt with the pulled-up pants from Winman, but that's a better run from him. Oftentimes he finds himself straying offside. He'd be a short price favourite to get offside in this last half hour at some point. But yeah, read the line well and got the ball across. Just couldn't get the pass to his teammate there, but they'll come again.
They will on that side. They seem to favour it. Getting a lot of success down there. This is a yellow card to...
I'm not sure if it's
either
Pencho or
Mario
Weze. I'm not sure who.
Or Moeezy. And Byron Yanai's going in to see if it's not him. Right, sub will take place for Hearts. Not sure who got that one. Apologies. There's a young player, Sandip Sabiti. Had a good game the other night. They're going to bring Santosh Srethna off. Hasn't been his day today. Hasn't really linked up. Plenty of effort. Can't fault that. It just hasn't got on the ball. Let's just see if Sabiti can. 62 minutes and a half on that clock. North Crest scoreboard. Over Levi. Now, Jasper Mamanza. Nice skill from the big man. Equally skilled from the other big man there, number 6. This time from Mindle. And Mario moves forward. Tries to lay one on and does. Charles Elliott gets a call to go back. What will he do? He's going to take a run. Nalo stays with him.
Going down too easily there, Charles Ariku. He did better just to win the physical battle. He's a big unit.
And he would have.
And he would have got there.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Listen to your keeper. Padel luckily got out of that. Now he's on a scurry. Sabiti on the inside. Nice work from McDowell, but still with Hearts. They go across now to Niroy. Now Anatura Angle now picks it up. Turns on the inside. Lovely work. Spun on a 20-cent piece. Bamali now has a chance to go forward and finds Ano on the wide left. He does just a quick pass to Moeezy. Ano, you got to return the serve to him. He's there. Now he gives it to him. Ano will have a shot. Comes back again. The ball's still there if someone challenges, but they just let it go to Ryan Berg and he runs it out.
It's fantastic play from Hearts.
Yeah.
Beautiful play.
Now Reed puts a long ball through. And Padel there. And puts it out of play and over the fence. 64 minutes gone. Round 14 match. 2-0 the scoreline in favour of Mindle. Here in the Darwin's Men's Premier League. They're running right to left, Mindle. In the yellow and black with the black socks with the white. Yellow stripes at the top. And with the possession at the moment. And a 2-0 buffer on the board. Could be 3. No, it doesn't. Nice play out from their keeper. Hearts keeper Stoppard. Absolute tower of strength at the back for this football team. Moves forward. Kudo still moving forward. Puts the ball through to Levi on the run. Levi and Bamali on a strangle. Won by Bamali, and then Padel puts one through to Moeezy. He's now got opportunity. What's he going to do here? Go back to Jock. Puts the ball through. Went past Jock and too much weight on it. Loss of possession. They need to keep the ball, Hearts. Their confidence grows when they have the ball at their feet. If they can get some 1-2s happening, a bit of interplay, they have confidence that soars. They just need it at the moment.
Bit of a smile there from Matthew Mifsud, who knew that he'd kick that ball out, but he tried with everything he had to convince everybody otherwise.
Yes, didn't occur. Substitution time. This time for both teams. So first of all, Mwizi will come off.
Yeah, it's Christian Makuju,
Okay.
Cristiano as he likes to be referred. That'll be coming on. I've been interested to see when he was going to get on because he adds a real bit of spice to that line going forward. And it'll be Tanu that's coming on for Johnny Pencho for Mindle, and that should be a straight swap.
We'll see. Nice played from 66 minutes shift from Johnny. And we'll just see Tano's gone into that position. And Cristiano, as you call him, Makuju is sitting in the mid at the moment. He's going to be running that left flank if he gets an opportunity. It'll be sub on sub if the ball comes their way. Lots of chat from the keeper and defenders organising their back defensive efforts against this Mindle side. They're on the ascendancy on the board, now also in this position of the particular point of the game. Charles Ariku with a throw-in. Goes early. There's the run from Kudo. And Kudo comes back again. Now goes to Charles Ariku. He tries to go between the two of them. Won't do that. Some short passing here. Comes back.
A little bit rash there from Ariku. Felt that he was fouled. I don't think he was, but felt that he was fouled and just came in with a little bit too much eagerness to get the ball back.
Nothing nasty though. The ball comes now forward. Reeve gets up early. Lovely balanced header from Reeve in the air. Good half a metre off the ground. Now comes out to the sub. And Tano puts the ball through to the other sub in Levi. Levi goes back. Places it to Ryan Berger. Swiftly moves it inside. Puts a laser one on the front for his number 6. Good work from Sabidi. That little effort from Sabidi's got his ball for Hearts. Now comes back in. Jock has time here. He goes back to, oops. We'd like to have that again. Came off boot. Right, we are going to see a sub. A goal scorer, without a doubt, now about to come on. So 68 minutes for Charles Ariku.
You'd expect here with Ariku coming off that Winman's going to move out into the wide position and Ludvigson's going to lead the line here, Bruce.
Yeah.
So can he pull one or two back here on Simon Bell in the Golden Boot race? Because he's fallen a ways behind here, Ludvigson. He's been stuck on 11 for quite a while, and Bell, with his goal in last night's draw,
18
moved himself up to 18.
Yeah. Plenty of time, though. He's a hat-tricker, Ludvigson. So if Tavian can get going, it'll be dangerous. Right, here goes the Ascarian run, but only as far as Phil Chinham. Phil picks up, runs it out. Overhead throw. And Tanu on the run now.
You speak about hat-tricks, Bruce. Do you know how many hat-tricks we've had this season?
Too many.
Too many. Only because it cost you match ball.
Thousands. Oh, my goodness. Over the top it goes. Yeah, how many? 7?
8.
8.
6 scorers for 8 hat-tricks.
Wow. Wow.
And Ludvigson, as you said, is one of those.
Yes, he is. Just goes to your point very early on, mate, when you talked about you get 4, we'll get 5. You know, there's been a lot of goal scoring. There's a chance for Kudo. He's just been busy in the second half. Made his presence felt. Now we have a chance. Makuju. And Christian moves down. Number 13. He has these sky blue boots.
Calm work there from Kudo. Yeah, look.
Wasn't it? Down here a moment ago, now he's there.
The league, it's been nothing short of entertainment. Obviously, this is the first time that people outside of the NT may be seeing it this season, the Men's Premier League, but we're going at nearly 4 goals a game, 3.8 goals a game so far this season, so it's action aplenty.
Yeah.
And
some rippers too. Really well played and individual efforts, and then some really great teamwork to get a goal. We've had them all.
Oh, certainly. And the one thing that we haven't had, a 0-0 draw.
No.
Been none of them.
Yep. Exactly. Right, and on the ball now. Puts one over the top. Nalu's on the foot race. He's so quick. He'll get around Reeve. He's just put it too much on it. It's going to go bouncing down into the Casuarina women's football team, warming up. And 71 minutes is coming up on the Northcrest scoreboard. Phil Chinham's going to get the ball, and Chindam will place it. He's going to have to go to Reeve because no one else is there. Not going to take a long kick into this breeze. Smart. Reeve does. Levi now has it. Nice one from Levi and Kudo. Off balance. That would be one rare error, but it's been picked up by Ryan Berg. Ryan Berg again, too easy. Jock. Now that's better from Santos. So Neroy moves forward. Ball comes out again. He'll get it again. Picks up. Wants to go with it. Goes over to SL4 for Jock. He puts it back to Anai. He tried to get a head in front of Misfit. Unable. Here's pressure.
If Hearts can put a foot on this here, Bruce, they've got a real opportunity to peg one back. Kane McDowell looks like he's run out of puff a little bit here. I'm not sure if he'll be subbed at all, but they've got two, really, Mindle, 2 versus 3 in the midfield. So there's a real opportunity for Hearts if they can get their foot on it.
Let's see if they can make that adjustment without their coach having to alert it to. Now, Bamali. That's better. Now Jock, first touch. Did he get through this time? Will he get through the second time? No. Lovely word from the keeper. Such a presence. Oh, no. Ludwigsen.
Is that not a red card?
I think it is. I'm not sure. Where was Jasper?
Oh,
he was maybe just fractionally inside him.
I think you're being generous there, Bruce, but I felt like he was the last offender.
We will see this in a doubt. Without a doubt? In a doubt? No, without a doubt.
But Ludwigsen was through on goal there. He did really well to pick the pocket of Ashim Bamali. Amali just dwelled on that a little bit too long there, and you have to have backed Ludwigsen. There was nobody getting close to him there, one-on-one with Stobbart. As good as Stobbart has been, not just today, but all season.
Very difficult to check Tavian Ludwigsen. Okay. Right, the wall's being formed. 4 in it at the moment. It's one of those walls where they've just perfectly got the heights together. You know, if you're taking a photo, they're just gradual.
It's lovely. Well done, boys.
It is
a school shortest to tallest.
It is, right. You know, you can have your shorts on. Well done. And Kane McDowell there. See how tall he is on Anatura Ungul there. He's now moved away, Dow. Okay. 6 is in. Over the top it goes. See what he wanted to do. He's not happy. Left hand up to his face. Nonchalantly walking back. Thinking about, maybe I should have done it a different way.
Yeah, just even in the stutter steps in the lead-up, you never really felt that he had the conviction he was going to get that up and down.
No.
He's trying to be a little bit too finesse.
Yep, too much finesse.
To just getting that one in there, but he's clearly got a skill set, Kuakunen, so
yeah.
They want to give him 2 more opportunities, but Ludwigsen will be looking to continue that pressure the next time that the ball's in the back too for Darwin Hearts.
So let's see if these boys can do something here. Sabidi on the ball, still with the ball. Sabidi go back. There's obviously a hand on there. Referee playing advantage. Comes back to Sabidi. He's now trying to get it down there. There's an opportunity. Cristiano Mukadu has just pushed it far too wide and long for any advantage for Hearts. 74 minutes. They're down 2-0 on the scoreboard. And this is a round 14 match in the Men's Premier League here in Darwin, in Northern Territory, the top end of Australia, the continent. Down under. Right, Kudo. Calls early from Levi. He goes the other way. And then Tavian Levitskin. Good work from Bamali. Tavian comes at him again, which he will do. Now back pass. Now Sabidi. Look at that. Jock, you've got to go to the play. You can't wait for the pass. John Tamboris teaches every kid in the NTC program that. Move to the ball. Now it comes across Levi. That's going to go nowhere. But they're moving forward, Mindle. That's where they want to be. Now look at that. The Breeze just takes that. And suddenly that becomes an 80-metre after one bounce, 90-metre advantage if he can get this ball instead of all falling over the ground. Fortunately, nothing will come of that, but you can just see the advantage of that. All right, sub-time. Who will it be?
Kieran Joyce, I think, for Mindle, which is...
It's a debut, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe a debut for him, and I think we'll be seeing a second debut coming at this point in time from the Hearts perspective as well. So it's the number 7 coming on, which is Asmit Rejmi, who I believe is the cousin of one of your employees, Bruce.
Is that right? Okay. Lee Wan-Hu has never really talked about him.
Hasn't he?
No, it's not Lee.
Didn't hear what you said, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ball will be thrown in by Matty Misford. So those subs are on. We'll see how they go. There's the debuter. First touch. Well done, mate. And he gets one back. Little back heel back to his captain. That's lovely from Kane. He might be tiring, but he's still got that class. Right, here we go. And that's a lovely ball onto Tano. Tano puts it across. And Tanu's... Tanu, oh, what do you go with?
I've been going with U.
Okay, we'll go with it. You do far too much homework, and I appreciate it. Here we go. Down the back. No, he'll let it go. Reeves just too smart. He found Kirby. Now there's a chance here. Bryony Anai takes the shot. Went across goal. Nicely well taken. He's still having a conversation with the referee, but Bryony, well done. Shows the danger of the man.
I genuinely think he was trying to argue that the ball was out for a corner because he missed the shot at goal.
Okay.
But
just what he can do.
Nice idea there. He just tried to bend that back and didn't miss the far post by much.
No, not at all. Right. 77 minutes. Scoreline remains as it was at half-time. Right, it may change if this man gets around on the ball. He's on it now. He moves forward. He takes that shot early. More of a toe poke, went across field and a goal. And down into the grandstand corner.
Yeah, may have been better served to slide that one across the face there for Women, who was steaming at the back post. But you can't really fault the guy that's come on wanting to take a shot. He's felt like he's had one taken off his boot there, Ludvigsen, before with the foul, and he's got himself in good body work. And as you say, toe poked at it, but entitled to take the shot on.
And Women will be around too, so next time an opportunity comes, you can guarantee Levi Winman, number 11, will be on the rush. Right, Kirby, strong. Sub, well done, young fella. So Kieran Joyce, a couple of touches already. On debut, number 16 for Mindle on this round 14 Men's Premier League match. Live stream on the Perform Network. Hope you're enjoying it, whatever screens you are watching on. Hope it's a cooling environment for you. If you're up here in the top end of Northern Australia, it's been some warm temperatures lately in our dry season. And Ludvigsen showing all the skill. Advancing this. Now Women in there. This will come back to Winman. Levi, no, he beat him. Well done, Bamali. Goes back to Bamali. That's Sabidi. Now goes out to Padel. Padel on the run. That's a bit of a gut-busting run, that, for him. He just unlaid the ball to the wrong person. Now we have Sabidi moving forward. Anai pushes it on. That's a great ball. Great ball. Unfortunately, offside.
Must
be marginal.
Must have been really, really close.
Because he came from that behind position. He's just so quick. Cristiano.
Also sporting the top knot.
Yeah, he is as well. Yeah. Will Reeve goes back to Zach Kirby. Kirby puts one through to Tan U. Now Reinberg, all ball from Pudel. So he'll go back to Reeve. Reeve will go back to his keeper, yep. 80-minute mark, final 10 minutes of regulation time coming up. Levi Women in there. Trying to get the ball to Ludvigsen. Sabiti puts it forward. Goes downfield. A lot of bodies in there. Sub on the ball now. Ashmet Regimi. Regni. Right, just lack of communication there, unfortunately. He's just handed the ball back to Mindle. 81 minutes coming up. Can Hearts get one back? If they do, they'll be on for the next one. That's a lovely ball across if he can get to it. I'll take back that was a good ball, not a lovely, but it's anyhow. Neroy Swiftnoth in there with a heavy tackle. Throw-in will be for Mindle. They're running from right to left on your screen. 2-0 advantage. I want to thank Rebel Sport for their support. Also Hyundai. Umbro. We're a play by the rules organisation as well. So there is a sub now. This will be...
It's McCormack. Another debut, Bruce.
It is.
So, enters Zach Kirby's shift after
81
82 minutes. And
he's had a few injuries this year, Zach. Tough as nut, that boy. But he's had a great 81 minutes and now having a rest. And another debut, and Brian McCormick, number 2, now gone into the central defensive role.
He's got his fan club here next to our commentary position with their Go Brian signs.
He's on the ball now.
And
yeah, it's all right. Misford made it work. There's the debut to debut. Debutant to debutant. And a ball through to Levi. And Winman will run it out. Pick it up, give it to the keeper. Levi raises his thumb in a thank you. Jasper Mamaza looks up and goes long across to top knot. And number 13's on the ball now. That's Christian Mukaduju. Goes back. And is that going to be kept in? It does. It's a loose ball back when you've got Tavian Ludvigsen around. That one's brought down 3 planes in a satellite. Comes back down now. Handball in there, but not called. Now he's got a run on it. Can he do something with it? Can he make a goal? Can they make something out of this? He goes back to Anai, this experienced senior player. He then puts one on for Joel Jock. Joel moves forward and just dips one over the top.
Would love to have seen Joel take that on first time there.
Yeah.
It was sitting there begging to be hit as he steamed forward.
Yeah, he's just doing it now.
Just lost the impetus when they put the foot on it there.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to generate the power to test weeks, even if you had found the accuracy.
And plenty of time still 7 minutes regulation time. Bit of time added on too, I'm sure, by Anai's injury. Nice work from Winman and Midsford. Midsford early on, puts it across field. You need to clear this. The Wiggins still there. You get his left foot to us and hit it. Oh my goodness. Great work from the keeper. That was going in. He just got back, bent his body like an S shape, and just pulled it from inside the left upright as it was heading towards the net.
Yeah, strong work
stuff,
again, though, from Ludvigsen to create the opportunity.
Yeah. All him.
Obviously not quite on target, but the Hearts, we'll call it scramble defence, nearly created an own goal there, and well done Stobbard to put that one out for a corner.
Absolutely.
But can we see one just hung up here in the breeze? It'll drift away from the keeper and an on-rushing head. That's what we'd like to see here from Mindle.
Let's see if this happens. Reinberg raised his arm. He's gone low again. And ball seen, come off McCormick.
Just persisting with that short front post routine here, Mindle, for whatever reason. That was nowhere near where the handball occurs.
Oshim, that is a special. That was a good 20-metre sneak. But Timmy Lay, the referee, alert to that. 85 minutes in the last 4 minutes of regulation time. 2-0 scoreline, still dangerous. Hearts can get one back. It'll be a roller coaster to the end of this match. Their potential to do it. Can they? This ball will get flight, get the wind behind it. It'll drift. Nice, strong stuff from McCormick. The debutant, putting a very strong header there. Neroy Shrethnath on the run, unleashes. It's going to have too much pace for Ashmit. And we'll run out in front of him. 85.5 minutes on the Northwest scoreboard. Thank you to North and Territory Government for their support. Also NTF, Construction Supply Specialists, and Steel Line, who do service over and above in the matters of steel. Right, this is a chance for Jock. If he just looks over, he's all on his own. The own is, and he's just let it fast. Look at Joe. Could you? He's going to get it again, is he? No. What's happened? He's going to be pulled up for that. That's bad luck.
It's been really the story of their afternoon,
hasn't
it? They have created opportunities to get one and maybe two back here and really make a game of it with Mindle, but they've just lacked that real bit of quality in the final third.
Mindle just playing out. They want to be careful. They're not dispossessed. That ball's gone out of play. It's hug time. Don't know why. But now it's sub time. And Joel Jock, number 2, is coming from the pitch. His replacement is number 18, Kumar Khatri. Kumar, a great club man, does a lot of work in the coaching and administrative role for the Darwin Hearts. New club, first time in the Premier League this year. Always got to remember it's their first opportunity. And they've been such a welcome addition to the Premier League. Really entertaining game of football from them. And you've got their mini-roos and their women coming through. This will be a Hearts ball. Tanu throws it back. Padel is going to have to move this forward and let the Breeze do some of the work for him. Sabidi on it. Still at the ball. Didn't see Arunta Angul. Sort of put it to him. Kartik puts an up and under, as they say. Women heads it back to Misford. That'll be outside the box. Bounce ball up to Jasper. And Mbanza has hit his arm. Spot marked. So let's get this wall organised.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Winman was standing there. Then you would have thought that one of the free kick takers might be going to stand over it to have a shot on this one. But Kay McDowell's having a conversation with him. You would assume he'd be shooting from this range. He's got a pretty lethal right foot.
So 3 in the wall.
Especially with the wall set up the way it is. With
yes.
The smallest part of the wall being on the inside
of a right
exactly
footer.
Where you want it as a right footer.
Yeah.
The wall's basically saying, please shoot over me.
Neroy, you need to swap. He's going to have a shot. And he does.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see. Yeah.
He saw what we saw, Bruce. He just couldn't hit the target.
He did indeed. Just a metre off. 88 minutes, so a minute and a half of regulation time to go. This is a Men's Premier League match, round 14. Mindle seem to have this one in the bag and 3 points their way.
It doesn't get any easier for Hearts next week. They're back up against Hellenic.
Yep.
They've only played recently midweek.
That's right.
So they've got them next weekend. And meanwhile for Mindle, it's a really, really important game for both them and their opponents in a grand final rematch in Casuarina, who play later this evening.
Yeah.
And there you go. Levi Winman's come through and given me an offside that I said he would get at some point this afternoon.
He did. So he's delivered one. Thank you, Levi. Stoppard believes and believes until the whistle goes. He believes there's a goal in them. Takes a slight slip. Joyce, the debutant, gets there first. Now Neroy plays it back. Kartik on the ball, trying to find Neroy Shrethnath. Does. Shrethnath sees Anai and will get the ball back. So got an opportunity here. Shrethnath now goes to him. Chest down, head down. Shows the skill of the big man. Ball still there. There goes across to Kartik, who's offside. Or was that something else?
No, I'm expecting that we're coming back here for the free kick where Reinberg's pulled the player back. No advantage there.
Yeah, well done. Well spotted, John. So Hearts with an opportunity. We're into time added on. 2 minutes of time added on.
And
2 minutes is a long time in football. A lot can happen, especially if these guys get a goal and sneak one here.
Anoy needs to get in the box here, Bruce.
Yeah, he wanted to take it for some reason.
He's one of the biggest players on the pitch. Just get in there so that Neroy Shrestha can hang this one up.
With this Breeze.
Breeze will float it in at the back post and just get ahead on it.
He'll bring 2 out of the defence as well. He's that big. Don't put too much on it, Neroy. Oh, no, that was clever. See what he was trying to do. It's short, but not really what you wanted.
Did not see that coming. You didn't have anywhere enough whip on the ball.
Nah.
Just didn't have it coming back against the wind. But
you can see what he was trying to
nice
do.
Idea,
he thought he'd fill out.
Yeah.
And 2 minutes of time added on. Round 14 match, Men's Premier League here at Larrakia Park on Larrakia Nation. Thank you to the elders past, present and those young elders emerging for permission to play this Men's Premier League match. Can't be much more time left. Here we go. Ryanberg on the run. Look at this pace of Neroy. Look at that. He had a 10-metre advantage on him and he got there in like 5 steps. He is so quick over the turf. Neroy Shrestha. And he got there full ball again. He's done that not once but 3 times today. That was the third.
Probably most importantly, Bruce, it's the 91st minute of a game they're losing 2-0. He had every right to not chase that.
Yes.
But that's just not who he is.
No, it's not who he is.
For anyone watching at home about how to play football, that's a shining example for you there, Neroy
Yeah,
Shrestha.
well put. Number 12, Neroy Shrestha, one of the young talents coming through, represented the under-23 NT side earlier this year in our NAIDOC Week Indigenous Football Showcase. And Sean, as to John's point of view, also a great character and a great person to have in the squad. There's McCormick with a shot. Off the head. An opportunity. There goes the whistle. So the last play of the game is a McCormick header. So the debutant involved. And a round of applause for Mindil, who take a 2-0 win today over Darwin Hearts. In the heat of a dry season Saturday afternoon. Local time now coming up towards 6 o'clock. Still plenty of bite in the sun and not a totally shaded or shadowed pitch as yet. So we'll take a short break and then we'll just pull this one apart with John Dean and then we'll bid you farewell. And just a reminder, a really important game at 8 o'clock between Casuarina and Uni Azuri. Both teams sitting 3rd and 4th. And it's going to be really important for the competition, whatever the result out of that one. My name is Bruce Stalter. John Dean with me. We'll be back shortly. This is Men's Premier League, round 14. Mindle 2, Hearts yet to score. Welcome back. Football throws up some really great stories, and we had one here this afternoon. We had a young player who's sitting next to me, Eamon Kelly. Eamon, what a great game that was from yourself, and the goal. Walk us through that goal. First goal for the club in the Premier League, I assume?
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Well taken?
We just hope going out there as playing up front that when you get those opportunities that you take it, yeah.
And you did,
yeah.
You did. Enjoying yourself playing football at Mindle?
Absolutely, yeah. Fantastic playing up here in Darwin. Great facilities. Really enjoying it.
And I think most of your family, most of your next door neighbours and your relatives were here.
I wish they were here.
Well, there was a few in this crowd anyhow.
Yeah,
we've
got plenty of support, the Mindle team.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, definitely.
And that accent is from where? Whereabouts in that part of the world?
That is from the southeast of Ireland.
Of course it is. I'll throw to you, Johnny. You have a question for Mr. Kelly?
Yeah, no, thank you. Firstly, congratulations on the goal and congratulations on the win. You've just been copying some stick from your teammates there asking them about the back heel. But one thing we noticed, I guess, in the coverage was that after you got that goal, you sort of grew a leg and everything you touched in a goal. How was it for you out there today?
It's definitely a step up from the reserve games. It's tough to get the pace from the Premier League games. But once I went up front, it was just trying to play the quick passes just to break the line, just to try make a few chances. And I mean, they don't always come off, but it's good to try it just to get that chance.
Absolutely.
And one of the things we talked about, I guess, more than anything else was you were in uncharted territory, Mindle, as a team. You'd been flying this year, coming off the back of back-to-back losses. What was the talk this week around this game in particular?
Just to play our game. We were confident going out there today, and we knew we had to take a few chances, and we had the chance to rest a few of our bigger players as well, just to make sure we had the legs then for the rest of the season, the big run in.
Now, there's also an opportunity, because this goes right around the world, mate. It certainly does on the Perform Network. So you got any comments you want to make to back to the county?
Back to the county, Wexford, yeah. Just want to say thank you for everybody for tuning in, and go Mindle.
That's young Kelly. Got a goal tonight too, which was this afternoon, which was just fantastic. Really good to see you, and well done. And I can only echo what John said. Congratulations, mate. It's good to see you. I'm sure you'll see plenty of you in the Premier League as we get to 4 games to go in this season after this round. John, just one final question to you. What you saw today, Mindle coming up, sitting in second place. They'll get some players back. They'll be a threat.
Oh, 100%. You know, they've struggled over the last sort of 4 to 6 week period with injuries and getting that consistency, and they haven't had their groove on.
They've been
Obviously,
tested.
They'll grow in confidence on the back of today's win, and you know, depending on who's back next week from a Casuarina perspective, that shapes up as a really, really brilliant game for both sides, and an important one because it gives Mindle the opportunity to solidify top 2. If they can get that done, you would think with 3 games to play, or keep that race right open and give Casuarina a chance to solidify their place in the top 3.
And what a game that'll be at 8 o'clock tonight. Casuarina taking on Uni Azuri, third taking on fourth. Thank you, Mr. Dean. Thank you, Mr. Kelly. My name is Mr. Stalder. Thank you behind the camera, Mr. Hello. But thank you very much, mate. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with some Women's Premier League. But on behalf of everyone at Football Northern Territory TV, also on the Perform Network, thank you for watching this live streaming, wherever it may be, across the country, across the world, on whatever screen it was. Thank you. We'll see you soon.